I had almost forgotten how fun it is to coach at LSU when you get starting pitching performances like that. You know, Zach just set the tone for us in the top of the first inning, striking out the side and keeping them scoreless. And then, man, again, you know, that kid that we faced tonight is one of the very best pitchers in the country. I mean, that would be a quality Friday night starter in the SEC. You're probably talking about a guy that's a late first round pick, maybe sandwich pick, maybe top of the second round type of guy. And I just thought our guys were absolutely relentless tonight at the plate. We had so many great at-bats. Sometimes they resulted in hits, and sometimes, you know, they still ended up making out, but nobody was giving away at-bats, you know, when the game was on the line there. And, you know, we played good defense behind Zach. Of course, when he strikes out 10 batters in 6 innings, you don't have to play that much defense. But just a great all-around effort by all of our guys tonight. And just really proud of them, and against a really good ball club and a great pitcher for us to come out on a Friday night and play as well as we did.
What kind of lift does it provide when the bottom of your order is hitting like that?
Yeah, you know, coming from an old 9-hole hitter like myself, you know, I always kid Ron Maestri that he put me in the NCAA record book for the most consecutive games batting 9th in the order. And so I always have a great respect for those guys that hit at the bottom of the order, because if you get any production out of them and turn it over to what is theoretically your best hitters, that's how you have a really good offensive team. And, you know, Brant Broussard is just a gamer. I mean, you know, you watch him in practice and sometimes he doesn't hit very well, but then the game starts and this guy gets an extra gear in his bat speed, and he you know, he just has quality at bats, and then his foot speed allows him to get some infield hits and make things happen on the bases. And I told you on Wednesday night after the game how proud I was of Hal Hughes, and I just, you know, the kid is just playing with remarkable poise, and he, you know, as though he's been out there forever. But you know, he's been around college baseball forever, his entire life, so he knows what it takes. You know, when his father was a coach at Oklahoma, he was in that dugout against Texas for 4 years, so I don't think the name Texas intimidated Hal at all, and I think he was ready to play. So, you know, when those guys do stuff offensively for us at the, you know, in the 8 and 9 hole spots, it just helps our offense go in a big way.
Paul, when you look back at last week with Zach, what did you kind of see differently tonight than you did last week? Was there anything mechanically or anything like that different about
Kendall, you know, I think last week he just was holding on too tight. He just wanted so badly to prove to everybody that he could be a starting pitcher. And I almost think he was trying too hard. And he was trying to be somebody that he wasn't. So the other day, when I saw him in the training room a couple days ago, I said, look, let's forget about all this talk about, you know, pitching deep into the game, or can you hold your velocity, and all the other stuff that goes into making a starting pitcher. Just go out there and pitch the first inning like it's a 9th inning in Omaha. And after that inning's over and you go out for the second inning, pretend again it's a 9th inning in Omaha. And just go as long and hard as you can and be yourself and go out there and compete. And because he did that, after 2 or 3 innings, I thought he really settled into a groove and he started to have some quicker innings. So he was actually upset with me. I took him out of the game, but you know, at 99 pitches this time of the season, without a doubt, that was the right thing to do. So that was so encouraging for us, Kendall, because you know, we moved into Friday night with the idea that he could dominate on Friday nights with his stuff. And you know, it gives us a lot of hope, you know, that performance tonight.
Last week you talked about how you were hardly ever ahead in the game against Notre Dame. Tonight you took a lead early and it just kind of snowballed from there. How important was that getting off to a good start?
Well, you know, we gave up those 2 runs in the second inning, and so I didn't feel like, you know, it was an insurmountable lead that we held. And, you know, I overruled AD on a 2-strike pitch to Reynolds. He wanted to throw a slider, and I thought we could throw a high fastball by him, and he got the sacrifice fly. And I felt bad about that because maybe we would have got out of it with just giving up the 1 run. But, you know, Zach pitched great, and, you know, we kept tacking on. We didn't rest on the lead, which I think was important. I just thought we were very relentless at the plate. And when you have a lead, you know, sometimes your hitters have a tendency to back off and lose their focus a little bit, and I didn't see that at all tonight.
You obviously knew Dane had this raw power, but is he surprising you with what he's doing?
I'm not surprised. You know, you know, I've watched the kid in practice every day, so you watch him take BP, he's going to juice some balls. You know, he might knock some seats out there in the left field bleachers loose. He's an athlete, that kid, and I saw him play in high school many times in the infield and swing the bat. We thought his future was going to be as a pitcher, and we didn't really need him to hit over the last 3 years. You know, we had plenty of guys. But I'll tell you, he's yeah, I think he's taken advantage of an opportunity, and I think it really helps him pitch better because he just feels like an athlete and a baseball player instead of just being pigeonholed into one small aspect of the game. I think if you ask him, he's just going to tell you he's having a lot of fun just playing the game again.
So is Watson still day-to-day, or you think he's out for the week?
I don't know.